The Stonewall Bar, to me, is a terrible place where something great happened.
Many marginalized groups are making great strides. Many, except for one.
In many states, people could be incarcerated as a sexual psychopath the minute it was known you were homosexual.
You had no legitimate right to really even exist as gay people.
So there was no place where you could be sure at the beginning of the night that you wouldn't suffer an attack during the night. During that period, beating up gays was a national sport.
It was actually against the law to serve an open homosexual at a bar. It was against the law.
Gay New Yorkers could at least gather at the Stonewall Inn.
It was a seedy bar. It was run by the mafia. They only opened it to make money off of gay people, to exploit gay people.
It was the best bar at the time. And because you could dance, the music was great. We just didn't have things like that.
The bar was dirty, it was unpleasant.
Jukebox was great. And drag queens controlled that.
Police raids on Stonewall were often and routine until one night.
On Friday night, June 27, 1969, the New York police force pulled off its biggest raid ever on the Stonewall Inn. They immediately ran into resistance from the transvestites who were mouthing off to them, saying things like, "I have my civil rights too, don't touch me, get your hands off me."
A friend called Jerry to tell him about the raid.
His exact words were, "Miss Hughes, there's a riot at the Stonewall, get down here right now."
The angry crowd pelted the police with bottles and rocks.
And as we kept pushing them backwards, they were laughing nervously. But it seemed to get more serious, and we pushed them back into the bar.
The police were stunned. I mean, those were the riot police at a gay bar, unheard of.
There were thousands of people involved out in the streets opposing the police. Nothing like that had ever happened before.
And then this one queen, Miss New Orleans, was very skinny. She was so outraged, she started grabbing a meter and almost single-handedly tore the meter out of the street. And then these queens used it as a battering ram. This is what shocked me. And I said, my God.
The definitive turning point came when a lesbian had been inside the bar and was being roughed up by the police as they took her out of the bar into a patrol wagon. She also said to the onlookers, she says, "Why don't you guys do something?"
And then everything went crazy.
The crowd erupted into an on-again, off-again fight against the cops.
I got there about an hour after it started. The scene that I was focused on, which I'll never forget, was the famous line where all the drag queens were doing a Rockettes kick line, singing, "We are the Stonewall girls, we wear our hair in curls.
We wear our dungarees above our Nelly knees. When it comes to boys, we merely hypnotize." And that's when it.
And we're back. Marlena, have you heard what those divine souls are doing at the moment?
No, do inform me.
Well, according to my latest sources, at Philadelphia's Independence Hall, there are groups of rioters outside demanding for equal rights. People that have been known to be a part of this uprising are Frank Kameny, Barbara Giddings, Kay Tobin, Jack Nichols, and Craig Rodwell.
Lord Almighty, how dare they? How could they ask to have civil rights when they themselves are not even evil?
Divine homosexuals, that's just what they are. Well, we should just pray for their souls to come to their senses. We cannot judge the mentally ill.
Yes, good point. Queer.
Oh, that's a good one. Let's go in the pool. I know. Right, so hot. Wait, no homo, right? No. Okay.
Wow, that is so considerate.
Oh, Sylvia, you're looking mighty fine today.
Sorry, Virginia, your charms aren't gonna work on me. I'm a lady.
Well, maybe you're right. I feel like I should give up liking girls. The doctor said that you can cure me, so they can cure any gay woman. I think I might do it.
Honey, if you're born liking vagina, you're gonna die liking vagina. You don't have to change yourself for these homophobic people.
Maybe you're right, but
Put your hands up.
Stand up.
Get up against the wall.
Stand up.
Come on.
Oh, not these guys again. What did we evil homos do to you people now?
Calm down, tranny. We're just looking for perverts.
Well, there's no perverts here, as you can see. Just a couple of people having some fun.
Yeah, we're not doing anything bad.
Look, homos, you know how this goes down. This isn't the first time.
Here, I'll take her.
Put your hands behind your back.
Someone get the lights.
These cuffs are too tight.
Shut up.
I know my Miranda rights, but these cuffs are still too tight.
I said shut up.
Ow! That hurt.
Get off of me, I gotta help her. Oh. Fierce. Virginia. Are you okay? Come on, please get up. Come on. Are you alright?
My head hurts.
It's okay. It's okay. They're gone. The bad people are gone.
Wake up, America. It's June 28, 2014, and it's time to learn some history.
Today is the day when LGBT community has finally taken a step towards the injustice that has been destroying their lives.
For the first time in history, gay people refused to accept the status quo of oppression and stood up for themselves and ultimately the global gay community.
Amongst these fellow heroes who fought back this day was Sylvia Rivera. Sylvia Ray Rivera was an American bisexual transgender activist and trans woman. She was a founding member of both the Gay Liberation Front and the Gay Activist Alliance.
After the Stonewall event, within 2 years after the riots, gay rights groups had been started in nearly every major city in the United States.
Virginia Abuzzo was a fellow participant in the Stonewall riots. Following the riots, she then dedicated her life to public service in a variety of roles as both an educator and gay rights pioneer. Along the way, she has served as executive director of the National Lesbian and Gay Task Force, founded the Hudson Valley LGBTQ Community Center.
Thanks to the fellow people who fought against oppression, knowing that they were born to be advocates, who would influence LGBT communities everywhere, and let them know that no one is ever born with the right to oppress another fellow being. We are all equal. Even today, gay people in certain states are allowed to get married.
In America now, gay people are allowed to express their love and are looked at as human beings and not sexually deviants. So thank you, Stonewall and veterans, and I hope you are surely living it up somewhere.
Good night, New York.